What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This week, you guessed it, new animal. He's actually going just above this fish tank, and this is going to be his water section. So let's check it out real quick. I'm Andrew Edwards. I've spent most of my life learning about animals. And now, focusing on education, breeding, care, and the discovering of new animals. Welcome to Andrew's Reptile Arc. So for the older viewers might recognize our fish tank, and we put this right above it because this animal is semi-aquatic, which means he swims most of the time. We have him right here in the box. I have my glove just in case because he was a little skittish in the store and I don't want him biting me for whatever reason. So we'll pick him up and put him in the cage, talk a little bit about him. So I'm gonna hold you guys with one hand and undo it with the other. So guys, this is our new animal. It is a lizard. It's a cross between a crocodile and a lizard. They could climb, they could swim. Awesome animal. This is a caiman lizard. I'll take him out, 1 second. Brooklyn's gonna hold this. Oh. So this is a caiman lizard. You can see the red head, green body, super rare animal to have. What an amazing creature. These guys are super cool. I'm using the wrong hand here. These guys are super cool and amazing swimmers. These guys are actually mostly eat snails, crustaceans. They don't eat your usual thing. I'll just put them right here in the cage. And hopefully we could get a good shot of him. Open up this side. Put him right here on the ledge. Oh, he got caught a little bit. So that wasn't too bad. So this is a caiman lizard. Now these guys mostly eat snails in the wild. They actually have no sharp teeth whatsoever. What they do in the wild, they swim down in the water. They could swim very deep and very well. And these guys will grab snails. They'll bite, crunch the shell, bite, crunch it, and eat the snail and spit out the shell to the snail. So these guys have very rounded teeth. They're actually not very sharp at all. And these guys are very highly specific eaters. You can see the different coloration between the green and the red. Amazing. And these guys, you could see him flicking out his tongue. They're actually closely related to tegus. In much of the world, they actually call these water tegus. It's super cool. They are, like I said, they're very aquatic reptiles as opposed to your tegu. That's mostly a terrestrial creature. Now, he's been in a box for quite some time, so he's gonna hover right under that light, but hopefully we could get a shot of him swimming in here. We'll go over the cage quickly while he's just basking. We have the cork bark, which creates like a ramp over the water. This is where we have the entrance to the pond or the fish tank below, which he has lots of fish to swim with. He's not going to eat them, hopefully. I don't think so. These guys mostly eat slow-moving things. They don't really go after fast-moving animals unless they're very, very hungry. We got a ramp right here, similar to toothless's, and that could go in the water and he could swim under there. We got a little ramp right here. It's actually a turtle dock, so that's what he could sit in if he wants to be close to the water. Going up here, got some branches. These guys are expert climbers. They're very good with their sharp nails. They can grip onto almost anything, except for glass, obviously. Couple things from PetSmart here that he can climb. That's a little hide for him to hide under. I don't know if I got it, but he can hide under there. Places to get out of the sun, and he can climb up on that log back there. Now these guys come from South America, so they actually deal with extreme temperatures. This basking spot is pretty hot. So they will spend some of their time basking, but probably 50% or more swimming around, which this is a 125-gallon tank for those people that are wondering. Huge fish tank, and this will do them for quite some time. These guys do max out at around 5 feet. But don't worry, these guys can be as friendly as tegus, like Bowser downstairs. He can be as friendly as that, so we're gonna tame him up, and hopefully he can come out and play every once in a while. Hopefully Coda will like him too. That's our golden retriever. And look at that black tongue. They have a forked tongue, which means they have a Jacobson's organ right above their the roof of their mouth. So they actually detect smell through that, as well as their nostril. But they can spit out that tongue or flick out that tongue, collect a lot of information, pull it back in, which rubs against that organ, and then that will provide them with all the information if the thing is good enough to eat, everything like that. That's how they detect it. This is an animal you rarely ever see in zoos, pet trade. Expensive, rare. These guys are awesome animals. I'm super excited to have this. It's one of the animals that you rarely ever see, like I said. So I'm super excited, and hopefully we could get a shot of him swimming soon. So you can see he's actually a very good swimmer. Their flotation's actually pretty good too. And this is awesome. So actually, I didn't even know they could do this. There's not a lot of information on these caiman lizards, but they actually do float relatively well. That's actually really cool. Look at that, fully submerged. Isn't that awesome? And you can see how long he is. I would guess he's about maybe just over a foot in length. And he's probably gonna hide out just behind there. He can obviously see us through the glass, and they actually have excellent vision below the water. They have a third eyelid similar to an actual crocodilian. These guys aren't related to crocodiles at all, but they do get their name from this kind of pattern that goes all the way down their back, like you can see. And that's how they got their name. So we're calling him Neptune. We think it's a male. We're about 90% sure it's a boy. And boys actually get to a maximum of 5 feet, but that is a big male. These guys really range in between the 2 to 4 foot range. So this enclosure will do him for a bit of his life, and then we'll have to upgrade it later and create, maybe put him with the turtles, or maybe have another enclosure by then, but that'll take a while for him to do that. I did also mention, or I didn't mention, that we also have a glass area here so we can see him from the couch. So we can see him from multiple different angles. And look at these fish swimming around. They don't even seem to bother him. Fish won't really bother big animals like this, so it's not a problem. But what an amazing animal. And we're gonna do care videos on these guys for the people that do own them. There's not a lot on them online. There's not a lot about them. That's because they're new to the reptile industry. They're expensive, so not a lot of people own them. Most of the research that comes from them is actually from private keepers or zoos. Oh, and he's moving a little bit. There you go. Now he might use that back bar as kind of like a perch. Now they dive down deep, so you don't have to worry about them getting tired. They can rest on the surface like that. As well as they're very good swimmers, so they can actually swim for a long time. Look at that rainless surface. Yeah, and like I said, he might use that back bar to kind of keep him up. And he'll eventually find the ramp, which is back here, that he can get back up to the surface. Look at that. Hopefully you guys can see him really well. I am kind of shooting between this piece and the water level, so. But you saw him go down. It was relatively easy for him to go down this ramp right here, which is basically just a little bit of wood, and I guess this is kind of like, I don't know, not mat for you not to slip, but kind of like that. So hopefully he finds this little ramp right here. We might have to put another one in for him. And there he is right here. See, they still use that tongue underwater, and they'll use that to smell even underwater. Like Toothless, our Asian water monitor, he does the same thing. And man, isn't he cool? That red head just pops out. And we'll do a checkup video in a few weeks so you guys can see how he is in this enclosure, how he's settled in. These guys are highly intelligent, just like a tegu. So they'll actually recognize their owners. They'll want to be around people if socialized correctly. You guys really can't see him from that side. But look at that. What an amazing animal. And we also put another filter in the back here, so the water's actually a little bit more clear. And it filters more per hour. I'm thinking we kind of should have put the ramp on the other side, but he'll figure it out. They're intelligent animals, they can remember stuff like that. But I think we'll end the video here. I'll end with a little couple shots of him that we took over the time frame that we had him until this video is posted. But yeah, anyway, wow, what an amazing creature. We never really had one like this. Amazing, I'm super excited. I'm sure you guys are too. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of this guy. See ya.